Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, go! Quarter! Protein spill! Safety's creeping!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry for James Conner. And some room to work. And he's into the clear. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 65 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here we go.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On 1st down, Rodgers gives this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll look to run with counter. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Second down and goal. Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Connor with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Over.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, Connor looking for space. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, alert. Hey, Charlie.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Roethlisberger will throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's taken down inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 50. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger steps away, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check 37. Check 37. Where y'all going? Tighten up. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
He'll run it.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Quit talking about it and wait. Go.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer 1st down. Rodgers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Spin. 44.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Trying to get the first with Samuels. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, 72 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Well, folks, we gave you a glance at the AFC playoff picture. Let's talk NFC. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, Zoo. Watch the pass.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
58. Hey, 88.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Running to start the drive is Samuels. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Black 30. Mike 50. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he works free. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. with a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Ready? Block 80! Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Silver.
A quick pass out to Juju. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw here, Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, box truck. Black, what's that? Check, 59. Black, right there.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Check, 59.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Conner, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jack 16. Hey, echo. Here we go. Here's Black.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 23 yards, the final tally. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal.
61, matchbox, white.
Big Ben going to take it himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger taking it in. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So he's hit. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley, his 2nd sack of the night. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Rolling to his left. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Start.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On second down now. It's Connor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jones has it. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 50 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here we go. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams court.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front. A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And it's third down. Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what, we got Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo? They had a tough loss at home to Baltimore, but boy, they're playing awfully well, and guess what? They go to New England next week. That game could have big ramifications. And the Steelers, how are they 8-5 on their 3rd, maybe essentially 4th quarterback of the year since they traded Josh Dobbs in preseason? Incredible job Mike Tomlin has done as the head coach there. But the team to keep an eye out for in the AFC's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.